Welcome to the Big and Small Podcast, coming to you from Plymouth, Massachusetts. Just a couple of guys drinking some beers, having some chow, and talking all things sports.
All right, Dougie. Golf podcast. Me and you. Jody may be a guest, may not be a guest. Depends how things go. But
Yes.
for now, I think me and you got it covered. Yeah. So obviously, well, let's keep it local first. You had a tournament today. How'd it go?
Good. It was the NFSA tournament, National Fire Safety Association, I believe.
Yep.
So us and like a bunch of people in the trade, supply houses, different stuff like that. Over at PCC, great course, great condition, tough course, not
Yeah.
easy by any stretch of the imagination. It's been a while since I played there. I forgot that, or I guess was shocked that there's only one par five.
Yeah.
Um, 16th hole, which is dead straight. They definitely make their money on the greens. Their greens are not easy by any stretch of the imagination as well. I didn't think they were as fast as I remember. I don't know when
They
the
put,
last time
they
you played over there was.
they they aerated. I don't know, 2.5, 3 weeks ago, and they might not be back full yet. I don't know. Maybe they
Okay.
are. Did you notice anything? I don't know. Like from a
Uh,
aerating perspective.
no, not really. I mean, the course is in fantastic shape.
Yeah.
It was in great shape, and I mean, it is a private club, so it should be. Um, it was. I didn't really have much course knowledge, so it was tough. I was subject to constantly looking at kind of the GPS, kind of seeing like where things were. Like one, two, and three are all straightforward, but then as soon as you get to four, you think you can just bash a driver, but you can't because there's like a
You did,
fucking
did you hit
gully
did you hit driver?
on four.
Yeah.
No, I hit three wood.
And where'd it end up? Because the drive, it's a pretty
I was
far
like
drive down there.
I was like 20 yards short of the end of
Yeah.
the fairway there.
And then you had what? Maybe one.
I think we had like 130 in.
Oh, that's not bad.
Um, a lot of it is weird. Like I was saying in the there's no you're going you're shooting at the green, but there's like no backstop, and a lot of them are where you're shooting at the green. Like the tee box is right behind it, so you'll have guys like on that tee box, and it kind of throws off your fucking depth perception a little bit.
Yeah.
Like when you look at it, so that was tough. A lot of
Yeah.
them you'd
It's
shoot them, and
flat and
it's like like 160, and I'm like that looks a lot fucking further than 160. I'll tell you that.
yeah, because there's no. They used to have trees everywhere. The trees are all gone now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it definitely opens everything up, and it. Yeah, you're right. The perception, like the depth perception, is not. It's not easy, but that's cool. So who'd you play with? Anybody I know?
No, it was the owner of my company and then two supply house guys. It was, I mean, six under. It wasn't anything crazy. I think 15 or 16 under took it.
Were there
Yeah, there's
mulligans?
yeah, one of the guys is yeah, he had like one per foursome or something like that, but those guys were like they're sticks.
Oh wow,
Yeah. They're like two
that's
of them
pretty
like
good.
members of Marshfield.
Oh
So
yeah, because that's pretty good playing on that course. It's not long, so
no,
if
it's not long, and if you don't like it's kind of course knowledge and target golf a little bit. Like you shouldn't bash a driver. You should probably hit 5 iron or something up there because we were left with a lot of like 40, 50, 60 yard chips,
yeah,
and it didn't pan out too well.
yeah, yeah, I agree. It's definitely target. It's definitely and the greens. If you hit it too far in the wrong spot, you're screwed.
Yeah, no, but it was good, great weather.
Yeah, did you see my daughter?
No,
You probably wouldn't recognize her. She was working out there somewhere, maybe 13. I don't even know. Did they have like drinks on the course? Like what they have?
Was she in the
The halfway house?
yeah.
Yeah, that
I
was
did
her.
not stop in there.
Oh,
No, my boss went over there. They had the cool fucking like to go things for like mixed drinks.
yeah,
Those are pretty cool.
yeah, yeah. That must have been that must have been like a pre-made thing that they wanted to do.
Yeah, vodka like lemonades and stuff like that. They have in the little thing, but it was pretty cool.
That's cool. All right, so let's get into it. The Ryder Cup. We were texting back and forth all weekend.
Yes.
And yeah, I mean, Friday, Saturday, it was just an absolute ass kicking. But I got a lot of thoughts about this thing. But I'll let you do your thing before I get into my thing.
I mean, there's just so many aspects. I don't even know like where to start. First of all right, so let's start with the beginning. Um, I think that they overthought everything, and the more I hear everybody, the more I kind of don't understand like what. So I understand they cut the rough way down, thinking that they were just
Yeah.
gonna play fucking long ball, but then everybody is right in the fact that like yes we did get rain, but we didn't get that much rain as like the ball would just fucking plug into the fucking fairway. So I don't know like what they were doing, if they were just watering the shit out of it like overnight, or what was going on. Do you have any kind of insight into that?
No, I didn't hear anything about that, but I will say you're right. Like there was no rollout in the
No.
fairway. Yeah, that was definitely noticeable.
I think they overthought it. I think they tried to change the course too much.
That course looked easy
Yeah.
the way they play, you know? It looked easy.
Um,
Like almost even in the four ball matches, like almost every hole was a birdie opportunity. There was no holes there where you were like, yeah, they can't make birdie here.
no, no, none of that. Let's see what else. What else? The course. I think it obviously it's a different format. Friday and Saturday team events.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, the U.S. just cannot play team events. I don't know if if they didn't practice. Like I just don't understand. Like what were you guys doing there? If like the week or two ahead of time, like were you just doing your own thing? Were you going out and playing the formats that were going on? Like what were we doing?
Yeah. Obviously, I mean, and you would think at this point in time, well, here's the thing. Here's one of my thoughts. At this point in time, if it was a priority for them to win this thing, for the PGA, the U.S. representatives to win this tournament, they would, have studied what Europe has done in the past as far as team building exercises and whatever they've done to show up ready to play those team events. The four balls and all that stuff. Like you just study it. You know what I mean? It doesn't take a rocket science to figure it out. Like it just takes time. It takes time, and I think that they were so concerned about setting the course up and who they were going to pick. And, maybe Keegan got distracted by the fact that he was an issue. Should he have picked himself or not? I mean, maybe that took him away from things he should have been thinking about. But first of all, I do think he should have picked himself. Based, hindsight being what it is, like he's more of a dog, I think, than a lot of the guys they picked on that team. I think that he has the right mentality to be a Ryder Cup guy, and I think not picking himself was a big mistake.
Okay.
Um, I think putting Morikawa and English out back to back days against McElroy was absolutely the dumbest possible thing they could have done. Um, just absolutely stupid. Um,
I think everything was fine off the tee, but as a whole, regardless of what your pairings were, the U.S. couldn't hit a approach shot within 30 feet of the fucking stick,
Yeah.
and Europe was constantly like 10, like no further than 10 feet. And then we're saying U.S. can't putt, but I'm like, yeah, but what do you expect? They're just going to hit every fucking 30-foot putt that they have.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it was, I don't know. I mean, yeah, Europe did play out of their ass. And the funny thing is like, it seemed completely hopeless. But the way it turned out, like those stupid decisions that he made by putting out Morikawa twice and stuff like that, actually cost him the whole thing. The way it played out, you know what I mean? Like it almost like he was the pairings he was doing. It was almost like sacrificial lambs. Like he was trying to, yeah, I'm going to give that to them, and I'll take so and so and put them against these guys. They had a better shot. You know what I mean? It was almost he didn't like he was giving up
I
that
got you.
particular
I'll give you
match.
this point, but I'll get it back on this one.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or, whatever. Like, I won't put these two together. I'll split them up. Maybe I'll get 2 points out of it. Like, it was definitely overthought. Everything was
I think
overthought.
it was overthought too, but at the same time, it's like I understand I understand Keegan's the captain and whatnot, but he's not the dictator of all of it. I mean, he still has to go in this room and say, "What do we think?" I'm sure it's a conversation. It's not a dialogue or a monologue. The
Yeah.
guys have to have some type of say in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Keegan's not going to go out and throw him under the bus. Be like, "Hey, this is the matchup that they wanted and they didn't perform." That is, you know what I mean? He's not going to do that.
No, he's not. He's not. But, no, you're right. But I don't know. I mean, in the picking of the team, I don't know. Like, I just feel like he was too concerned about world rankings and hurting feelings, and I don't know. Like, I mean, Justin Thomas played pretty good, but would you pick him? Like, would you pick him? I don't know. There was a whole thing about him, being part of the group. That whole group that they had last time with him and Spieth and all those guys. Like, I don't know. And he was good the last day, obviously, but he wasn't great. I mean, he was a non-factor in a lot of those. Like, what's his name? Cam Young carried him that first time.
Yeah.
It was the afternoon, the first day. Carried him. Cam Young was a dude. He was a good pick. Sam Burns was, I expected more out of him. Harris English, waste. I thought Morikawa was terrible, couldn't putt. And I mean, stats showed he's a terrible putter. Has been a terrible putter. I mean, you got to putt. I would take, I would look at the best putters, in the situations where they made birdies and stuff like that and say, all right, this guy can handle it, you know, and go from there.
Yeah, I mean, and then I mean, Europe came to play. Even on paper, Europe was outmatching them, and Europe kind of showed it.
Yeah, they did.
As far as the other stuff, I don't think Rory's getting a fair shake in all this.
What do you mean?
Well, you're like he's a dick, and they were saying it today on like EI too. Like he comes off as such a douchebag and this, and I'm like, take him being a golfer aside from it. He's walking with his wife, and she's getting beers thrown at her for God's sakes, and he's just supposed to not do anything about it.
Did they confirm that she had a beer thrown on her?
Yeah, yeah, there's video of it and everything.
Oh, really? Like
Yeah,
on purpose?
hit
Somebody
her like
threw it,
right in like the shoulder, fucking splashes up and everything.
but someone actually threw a beer at her,
Yeah,
or was it like?
yeah, it was like a video camera. There was I don't know like 40 people. She was like walking like in the ropes with him, and she was between that and somebody just like throws it, probably aiming for him, and then hit her.
Yeah, I'd have a problem with that.
So I mean, I don't think he's getting a fair shake in all of it. Like,
No, I mean, I don't. So here's the
and it
thing.
seems like they were only fixated on him. They didn't give a fuck about anybody else except Rory McIlroy. Which is funny because this is the same guy you're cheering for every fucking PGA event. But the fact that
Yeah.
he's playing on fucking Team Europe right now he's a piece of shit. Now all this other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I never liked him. Um, I don't like the guy. I don't like
As a person,
all of the above.
okay.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, he's an awesome golfer. Um, but he's not. Um, I mean, obviously, he's a bad dude. You know what I mean with what he did to his wife and all that stuff. You know, with the affair and everything like that. Like, he's a bad dude. Like, that's not. There's no excuse for that. There's no excuse for that, Doug.
I
If you're a
understand.
married guy,
I understand. There's no excuse, but I mean, like he's not the first. He's not the last professional athlete to ever not be faithful, like in the marriage.
yeah, and
Like how many guys
so
in the NBA do it? How
doesn't
many guys
mean
in the NFL do it?
doesn't
Like
mean they're not bad. Doesn't mean they're not bad
Tyreek
guys.
Hill has like 14 babies with like 11 different fucking women for
I
God's
know,
sakes.
not a
Like
good dude, not a good guy. That's my point. Not a good dude. Um, yeah, so I mean, it's not. I don't like the person. I think but from a golf perspective, I think when you put pressure on him, he folds up. I mean, look at the matches that were actually stressful. He wasn't a factor. Scotty beat him straight up. I think,
hey, you beat him by one.
yeah, but it's still not cutting time. That was winning time.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't do it. He doesn't have that anymore. Going away, you put him against the Morikawa and those guys, he will destroy them. Destroy them. Because and plus he was playing with Fleetwood. But I mean, like, but he just doesn't have like. If I had to pick a guy to win a tournament, it wouldn't be him. It wouldn't be him unless there was nobody in the tournament. But if you like a major, like he will never win another major. That's my prediction.
Okay.
He won't.
Well, I mean, in his defense, he's not far down the list. I mean, there's probably only two, maybe three people you're picking ahead of him.
Not to win.
Yeah, like you're
I
gonna
would.
take Scotty. You're probably gonna take Rom, and you'll probably take. I don't even know.
You know what was interesting? Which I mean, obviously, Rom looked like the best player in the world for 2 days. I think he got tired. He got his ass kicked that last day by like nobody. I forget who it was, but he lost like
Uh,
four down.
well, he played both morning and afternoon, both days, correct?
He did. I think he
Yeah,
ran out of gas. I think he totally ran out of gas.
yeah.
Yeah. So he,
I mean, what is that? Like 72 holes of golf in like 3 days?
yeah. I mean, you're not playing 36 all the time, but yeah. No, it's 72 in 2 days, and then playing 18 on Sunday.
Um, yeah, so 90.
Yeah. He ran out. That Sunday, I think he was toast. I mean, that chip in he had was unbelievable.
From the bunker, and it was like a foot above his feet.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. But he looked like the number one. He looked like the best player in the world for 2 days, for sure, bar none.
Yeah,
Bar
yeah, no,
none.
he definitely looked good. And then I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Scotty. I mean, Scotty went and beat Rory. I just don't think the Americans do well in team play. They like don't play well together for whatever fucking reason. I don't
I
understand
think
it.
it's preparation. I
And
think
the,
it's
the
preparation.
Europeans love it. They embrace it. Like they definitely excel at it.
Yeah, but the weird thing is, like, they're all playing on the same tour, basically. You know what I mean? Like, and even like Rom and Hatton are on the Live Tour. Like, they're all playing their own ball every week. It's not like they're doing team stuff. Like, even the team stuff in Live isn't team stuff. It's just you know, you accumulate the scores. It's not like you do an alternate shot or anything. So, I just think whatever they do to prepare, whatever they do to prepare is conducive to them being a better team because everything else is the same. You know what I mean? Like they have the same coaches, they have the same routines, they're in the same tournaments. They're all individual, they're playing their own ball. So it has to be what they do to prepare to be there. And it's better. It's just flat out better.
Which is what I'm saying. Like, are you guys like preparing together as a team? Are you guys just going off and practicing all on your own? Like what are we doing? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It
right.
should have been like a conversation like a week before, kind of probably narrowing down the teams, who wants to play with who, like all this other stuff, and then just game plan. Hey, all right, first hole. If we go here, we're doing this. If we go here, we're doing this. You know what I mean? It should just be fluid. But
Yeah.
they seemed out of sorts. Um, a lot of I don't know. I feel like there was a lot of like I know there was emotion, but I feel like there was a lot of um visible emotion too. Like, hey, I put you in the middle of a fairway, and then you go and you shove it fucking 40 feet, and the guy's just like, oh, fuck. Like now I gotta try
Yeah.
to do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It was definitely it was bummer. It was a bummer. And then like yesterday I was over Ricky's and the Pats game was over and stuff, and I'm like, hey, throw in the golf. Next thing you know, I'm like, holy cow. I mean, Sunday was incredible, but you know what? In my mind, not a moral victory because I feel like they blew it before. I mean, granted, it was a great effort and all that stuff, and it looks, was it 15-13? It looks close, and if if Henley hits that putt, to have with Lowry, who knows what happens? You know what I mean? How do you leave that putt short? I have no idea, but he did. But yeah, I mean, I think I think they could have been in a much. I think they made big mistakes going into Sunday before Sunday that should have given them a better position. Going in there, going into that last, the last singles matches. I feel, I just feel like they screwed themselves.
well, then what about the rule?
They got to change that rule. I get it. We're talking about. I heard they were talking about it earlier, and they were like, "Well, they have all know the rules. It's been the rules forever, and blah blah blah, and they knew what they were getting into, and this and that." And I'm like, "Yeah, it doesn't mean it doesn't need to be changed. It absolutely needs to be changed. I mean, it's what's it called? The ladies one?
Envelope?
No, the ladies Ryder Cup thing, Solheim Cup. The Solheim Cup, you lose a point. You guy can't go, you lose a point.
Well, so I'm assuming. I mean, I didn't even know it was a thing.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Europe knew.
Knew that he was hurt before the thing started?
No, knowing that if they do that and they still get a half point even if he doesn't play.
Yeah, I mean, you could actually use it to your advantage if you really want to be a snake. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? You could be like, you know, three of my guys are hurt, and it's going to be a point and a half.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's no good. But that needs to change. The rules. They were talking like, what do you do? And my thought was, it would really be interesting, but if your guy can't go, maybe the captain steps in.
Well, so and I should know this, but there's no alternates just in case something like this does happen.
No, and that was no, but that was what I was saying. Maybe you have a 13th guy that doesn't play that is just waiting. But
Because what happens if Victor fucking um well, yeah, because everybody plays the last day. So if he goes down the first day, it affects things, but you still have.
hey, you got other guys. What is it? Four guys that don't play, or two guys that don't play?
Yeah, but he they
There's
would
four guys that don't play.
yeah, but the U.S. would have still had somebody else not play, so he still would have gotten the half point regardless.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Um, yeah, no, I think there should be a one alternate bench guy
That would solve it. But I
just
like
in
my
case.
idea. I like my idea. Have the captain step in. Why not?
Yeah, because I mean, there was fuck, who was there? There was
I mean, Luke Donald still plays.
you had Keegan, you had Gary Woodland, you had Jim Furyk, and you had like one or two other guys there.
True. Like Furyk's old, but all right. I mean, Woodland could have stepped in. He's been playing.
Yeah, Keegan's. I mean,
Yeah. Keegan would have been the choice, you know?
like, can you imagine? Hey, go grab
Yeah.
my fucking. Hey, Mike, come grab my sticks.
Yeah. It wouldn't be fair because he didn't prepare mentally to get in there and play. But I think they just got to get rid of that rule. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So, if your guy can't go, you lose a point. That's it. That is it. That's the rule. I'm sticking to it. Um, Guys like, just looking at it, I mentioned Rom was great. Justin Rose. Oh, what do you think of a little tiff with Bryson's caddy? Think that was a bunch of crap about nothing? You think it was
Um, yeah, I think it was a bunch of crap on nothing. I think it was a little misunderstanding, but I think it was compounded by the fact that the U.S. was down bad at that point
right?
and tempers were kind of getting hot. I mean, the caddy was like, "Oh, I didn't know it was your turn," and like Justin Rose was clearly up there. Like Bryson wasn't even nowhere near his ball, and the caddy was like literally 2 feet away from him. Like even before he said anything, I was like, "Why the fuck is the caddy standing right there?"
Yeah, I mean the caddy. Well, the caddy might have not have known that he was reading the putt. Number one, number two, he might not have realized that he was about to walk in his line.
So like
You
I said, I
know,
think it was just compounded. I don't
but I
know.
think that Rose
It's a
handled
he
it
said she
poorly.
said. I mean, I don't think you could. I don't think we have the actual audio
No, but it looked like
of.
Rose who was kind of a dick, and he even said he was a dick.
Yeah, and then like I said, I think it was compounded the fact that the U.S. was down bad and they were just trying to
Yeah,
claw back. But I mean, good TV,
yeah.
but it is what it is. Kind of grasping at straws there.
So who would you pick for the next captain? That's our thing to so should
Well,
they let
I guess here I think is the big question. You ready?
yeah.
In your eyes, did Keegan fail?
Yes.
Okay.
To me he failed for the main thing is number one, he didn't pick himself. That was a big mistake.
Well, you were the one who's saying that PGA told him not to, and like they basically blackballed him, and wouldn't allow it.
Yeah, I know, but he should have still done it. He still had the authority to do it. He should have picked himself. Number one, number two. I think he set up the course poorly, and I think that he matched up. I don't know that answer. And people were saying, texting me on the weekend and stuff like, how do you determine who goes against who? Is it alternate? Like, do you put your lineup and then Europe matches against it, and then the next time they put it up and you match against it? Like, how is that done? Do you know? Because I don't know the answer
Um,
to that question. Like, I don't know if the home team has to respond each time or is it alternate? Because that was a big question I had. Because his matchups were definitely questionable. So, whatever the answer to that is, I mean, definitely suspect. Is it available? Um,
I'm sure that is, but I'd have to dive a little more because I was wondering it too because I think it switches. I think it switches off. I think host gets to determine. What am I trying to say? So like Friday morning, no, Thursday night, or wherever. Europe puts theirs out, and then USA can determine who they want to combat that. And then in the afternoon, I think it switches.
it does.
Then the USA puts theirs out first. Then Europe gets to determine who they put against.
Yeah, so I think those. I think
I
the
think
pair.
that seems like the most fair way, but I mean, a golf podcast. We should fucking know that.
I know, and people did ask me that question. Yeah, you couldn't find it. I can't find it either. We'll find that out. We'll find that out, people, because we should have that golf podcast.
we'll
No, not a lot of people know that. I don't think.
we'll circle back to that.
Yeah, yeah, but so yeah, I think he did fail. And what I say, what I'd have him in my top three though for captains for next time because he's got the experience now. He knows now. So that would be like the number one reason why I would have him back is because now he knows. I mean, I thought Luke Donald was flawless. Yeah, I mean, the only thing that
Well,
like
his players also perform too. That's what I'm saying. Like
right, but that's the thing.
that's the
He
whole
looked
that's
awesome.
the conversation we always have between fucking like players and coach. Like
Right.
the coach can only do so much. The players are the one actually on the course hitting the shots. And like, is it Keegan's fault that none of his fucking players could put a ball within fucking 30 feet of the pin?
Well, yeah. Plus, the putting, but the putting you can replicate. Like you can. I mean, like the crowd noise and stuff. They had him on the virtual stuff, listening to the crowd. You know what I mean? Just trying to get used to it. You know what I mean? That like that. Those are things that they prepared. They were definitely more prepared by everything they did. Everything. Did you see when they did the walk through the club, like the team room with Europe? They walked through there. Luke Donald was talking about like
No.
what they were thinking about and what and all. They had everything you can imagine in there, and they even had like the I guess four times they were able to win on U.S. soil historically or something like that. They had all those jerseys in there, but just stuff like that, little things like that, just shows you like they're all in. And the other big thing that we didn't even talk about is the money. Like you know, the U.S. got the stipend, Europe didn't. It became a thing. You know, even they tried to blow it off with the, oh yeah, we're gonna give it a charity. It still became a thing. It was still a poor image. And at the end of the day, does Scotty Scheffler need 200 grand? Like really? They'd be like buying me a coffee. Thanks, I'm good. You know, they don't need 200 grand. So it's not a good look. It wasn't a good look at all. It's a team sport. You're supposed to be playing for. That's the other thing too. Rick even mentioned it, which I totally agree with him. Like the Europeans were celebrating. He's like, but yeah, what country are they representing? They're not representing a country. Like Shane Lowry hit that putt and he pulls out the Irish flag. Doesn't mean anything to, you know, some of the other guys, the English guys, Hatton and Fleetwood. They don't care about Ireland. But where's the pride? Pride of Europe? I don't know. So that was definitely different. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So I don't know who. I saw some stuff. They should have Phil be the captain.
He respectfully declined. He no longer has any interest in anything to do with Ryder Cup.
Phil said that?
Yeah, he put it out on X, I
Like
believe.
today?
Yesterday?
Wow.
Hold please.
Tiger told a good story about when he won it. I don't know, I forget when, like 2000 or something like that. It was his second Ryder Cup win. You hear the story?
No, I did not.
It's pretty good. Um, he said that when they won, they were all back at the hotel or whatever, and they were drinking and stuff, and he was tired, so he just went upstairs and went to bed. And he goes, and all of a sudden, oh no, the story was when he was captaining and they won. He said to the players, "Make sure you guys stay up late tonight, and we're going to celebrate this. We're going to stay up late and celebrate this." And they all kind of laughed at him, and he said the reason why he said that is because when he had won it in 2000, he went to bed early. And next thing you know, he goes, "There's somebody knocking at my door." He goes, "It was a team hotel, so I knew it was somebody on the team. I wasn't worried about some fan knocking on my door." He goes, "So I answered the door, and it was Payne Stewart. And Payne Stewart said, 'What are you doing?' He's like, 'Oh, I'm sleeping.' He's like, 'Well, get your clothes on and get downstairs. We're going to celebrate this.'" And Tiger was like, "No, I'm tired. I'll get you next time. I want to go to bed." And Stewart said, "No, get your clothes on and get down there with us." He said, "Because you never know if you're going to win this another one of these." So apparently Tiger never won another one, and obviously Payne Stewart died a month later.
Mm,
So when he said when he told those guys that story, they made sure that they cherished it.
mm.
So that's the kind of thought that they got to bring to this thing. It's not just another thing. It's like it needs to have more meaning, and I think that's the difference with the Europeans is, the greats like Seve, Olafable, like those guys were like it just gets more legendary the more they talk about it with the Ryder Cup and becomes more meaningful. Growing up, they just get fed Ryder Cup, Ryder Cup, Ryder Cup, and so those guys, those Ryder Cups are just have a higher place. That's what it is. I mean, Europeans value the Ryder Cup as a group, as a nation, as countries. As the youth coming up, they probably enforce Ryder Cup stuff more, whereas the U.S. is all what can you get for you, and that's probably the difference.
Yeah, I mean, I could deal without the pomp and circumstance though. Like I don't need the whole gala dinner and all this other stuff.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
don't care.
yeah, I
Just go
know.
play fucking golf.
Yeah,
But yeah, going back to so this was yesterday morning at 11:06. Phil Mickelson. No rumors. My Ryder Cup involvement is over. I'm happy being a spectator and rooting for Team USA.
fair enough. At least he's rooting for him. you know.
Yeah, so Ryder Cup has, and obviously another thing I should fucking know. Uh, Ryder Cup has no involvement with PGA, right?
I
Didn't
think
I
they do.
didn't I
I think
ask that? Like it's not a PGA sanctioned
no, 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 it's not.
event.
But the PGA, they're like
The
it's
only
not
the
a
only
it's
reason
not a
I'm
it's not a
asking is
PGA
because
event,
the
but
only
it's
reason
it's
I thought more that it wasn't is because it wasn't on, ABC. It was on like USA, the TV coverage.
yeah. But I think that they're like almost like a host, like a pseudo host, because you'd see all the commercials for the PGA. And I noticed those PGA commercials. They showed a lot of like John Rahm. They showed a lot of live guys. You know, Brooks Koepka.
Yep.
You know, and they were talking about the obviously the PGA champions, but it just goes back to there's got to be something done between live and the PGA because it's just not sustainable. I think it hurts both sides. And like I said to you, like I think if John Rahm was playing every week and Terrell Hatton was playing every week, and I won't say Phil, I think he's a little bit too old, but you know Bryson was playing every week against these guys, that Scotty wouldn't be as dominant as he is, especially with like Rahm and DeChambeau. Those guys, they're the real deal. I think. Even Sergio.
Um,
Sergio's still good. Joaquin Neiman. You don't think Joaquin Neiman would have an effect on the PGA Tour?
I think you would. I think it'd
So the
be interesting.
PGA of America, the PGA of America,
I know
not the PGA.
I understand what you're saying, but I think yes, I understand what you're saying, but I mean Scotty had like three times as many FedEx points than like the next closest guy.
Just the competition isn't as good. You don't think that Rahm and Neiman and Hatton and those guys, Patrick Reed, you don't think that they're better competition than what Scotty's playing against every week?
Brom, yeah.
Hatton, yeah.
I feel like Hatton's hit or miss. Like he's either on
He couldn't be hit or miss because
or
when he
he
played
like
in the
misses the
events that he
fucking
had to
cut.
score well, when he played in the majors to get the points to make the team, he made the team flat out. So you got to be playing good golf to do that in a very limited time. Obviously, you know you got to perform when it counts, and that's what he did. So I think if he was regularly out
Yeah.
there,
And that just goes to show you how stacked Europe was. Which
yeah,
I'm
no,
still kicking myself that they weren't that I didn't
I
take
know,
him.
I know.
So I'm like
It
on
seems
paper
so
these
easy,
guys are fucking stacked. Like look at these. Like you
but I
got
was like,
Scotty and
I
you
was
got
even
Bryson and everybody else is like take it or fucking leave him. You know like
I was watching during the weekend, and you know, you mentioned the U.S. was plus 400 and stuff, and obviously they were favorites going into the weekend, and I'm like, and then they were making this comeback. I'm like, is this thing fixed? And then as it kept going, I'm like, is this going to end up in a tie, which Vegas would clean house
oh
if that thing ended
1,000%.
in a tie? So I'm like, is this going for a tie right now? Is that what they're doing? So by the way, the
Well, that's I mean that probably played into because I think when I read that thing is that envelope rule, I believe you have up to 30 minutes before your match starts
for what?
to enforce the envelope in the half point each way.
Okay, I didn't know that.
And I
Huh.
believe it's your own match, not just like the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Um, so I mean that probably had a lot going into it. Hey, we can just steal this half point, get us just one step closer.
Yeah. I don't know.
But I mean, they just looks like in it's tough, and I felt bad saying it, but like in that format, the U.S. does not do well. It's not to say that the U.S. doesn't have good golfers, because clearly they do. Because look on Sunday.
Yeah, I know they kicked her ass.
So it was good. I mean, good TV. I mean, you wish you could have gotten. I mean, I would have paid the price for a miss just to watch Sundays. I could have done without fucking Thursdays and Friday or Friday and Saturday with the heartache.
The shellacking.
You're like, oh, nice, fucking put it in the middle of the fairway. He's buck 40 out, and he's fucking all right. Like, yeah, I can fucking do that, guys.
How about Cantlay on
Ugh.
18? I think it was Saturday. Was it Saturday? He was they were making a big move, and he was only 100 yards out. He freaking duffed it in the bunker. I'm like, I can stand there right now and make a better
Yeah,
shot than
yeah.
that.
You can take four balls out of my bag right now, and I can fucking do that, guys.
Yeah, Cantlay's pretty good though. He's a dude.
He annoys me.
Why?
I don't know. Just like the look of him. I don't know. He just annoys me.
Supposedly, Patty was saying that he went by a bunch of kids that were like sticking their hands out to high five him, and he put his arm in like this.
He
I mean,
seems like that kind of guy. But Bryson, I like Bryson.
yeah, love Bryson.
Um, I like JT.
You do?
Um,
I like his energy.
yeah, I
Yeah, I
like
like
his
what he
energy
tried
and
to do.
whatnot. I wish his a little more skill, not skill, but like, I mean, he's obviously a
Intensity,
good golfer, but just like,
intensity. He
uh,
had it on Sunday. Sunday was great, but like in the matches and stuff, like they went out that first match with Bryson. Bryson basically drives the green, and he was kind of a no-show in that match.
yeah, I know.
So that was disappointing. I don't know. And then like you get the whole Brandel Chambly, Bryson DeChambeau is a captain's nightmare. It's like, come on, dude. He was kissing Europe's ass. That guy's a clown. I used to like him. I don't like him anymore.
Who? Oh yeah.
Brandel Chambly.
Um,
He was kissing their ass. I'm like, come on, man. Have some
I
pride.
don't, and we're kind of all over the
Guys,
place here.
guys never won anything.
I
But they
don't,
have one tournament win.
I don't put it all on Keegan.
I don't put
I'd
it
say,
all on Keegan. I put a lot
I'd
on
say
Keegan.
I don't put a lot on Keegan. I do 50-50.
Well, he's the head guy. You know what I mean? He's the guy that sets them up to prepare, to be ready to go, to do what they got to do. And, you got to know your personalities. Like I said, it started with, not picking himself. It also started with who he picked. And it just like I said, that's the one reason why I'd come back with him, or he's definitely in my top three because he knows about his mistakes. But I mean, who would I pick? Not him. I don't know. Somebody that's been there, that's been successful, and isn't afraid of what other people think. Who is that? I don't know.
I don't
That's
know,
who they
but
need.
I'll tell you what. That next Ryder Cup,
It's in Ireland too.
yeah, yeah. Post fans are gonna be loud.
Yeah, they're gonna be all over us.
Course looks beautiful too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it'll be fun. I mean, it's always fun. I think it's great. I love, I love the whole thing. I bought in 100%. I was locked in Friday morning, 7 a.m. I had it on the background the whole time. I watched pretty much every shot, except Sunday. Sunday I had my own golf going on, and I got it into the Pats, and then I caught the end. It was good. It was good. We're getting towards the end of golf season, though, up in the Northeast here. That reminds me.
Um, I would say yeah, but I mean, I just looked at the fucking weather. The weather for the next like 10 days is still in the 70s for Christ's sakes.
Can you play Sunday?
Can I?
Yeah. You don't need to answer me right now. But I do need three guys.
I need three.
Yep. You, Dan, and somebody else.
Jesus,
I think Dan's in because the Pats are playing not only in Buffalo, but at night.
they're out. They're out the next 3 weeks. We just went yesterday.
You went to the game?
Yeah,
Yeah. That must have been fun.
it was
Beautiful
all right.
day.
No, it was 1,000 fucking degrees.
Oh, it's too hot?
Yeah, it was 1,000 degrees. His
Uh,
his seats are they're like bittersweet. It's like in the wintertime you get like a 20-degree day, but you have the sunshine on you. It's
yeah.
like nice. But
Yeah.
like, warmer day when it's 70, you're like, holy fuck, it's so fucking hot in here. It was good. I mean, we could talk about that in the other pod.
Yeah.
Still a little bit negative about it. Special teams came, but like it was the most boring 42 points scored I think I've ever watched.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It was a boring game.
It was so boring.
That other team was just that bad.
Which is crazy because I didn't think that they were. I had a lot of hope for
Well, I
Carolina.
mean,
They
they
had they
had,
got they got a good running back. They got a good wide receiver in the draft. I had more hopes for them, but I don't know what's going on in Carolina.
Well, I mean, they smashed whoever they played last week. They won 30-0. But anyway, let's not talk about that right now. Um, let's talk about some more golf. So,
I'm trying to think what else I got. So I had that tournament today. I got October 11th.
yeah, you mentioned that.
October 11th, I have what's called the short sticks. We
Yeah, you told me
play
about that.
we play Village Links and we play Squirrel Run, both par three courses, sister courses. Three clubs and a putter.
Pretty good.
Once you go out on your first round, you obviously can't change your clubs. But then once you finish Village and go to Squirrel, you can change. Then you can change clubs,
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
yeah, yeah. It is cool. Yeah, that's something I would definitely like doing.
It's a fun time. The same thing as anything. It's just a fucking putting contest.
Yeah, yep. Most things are.
Yeah.
Most things are. So, we got the Champions Tour finishing up, which is kind of cool. Do you ever watch that at all?
No.
I like it.
Nope.
I like it.
Nope.
I like it. You got some dudes like the household names like VJ Singh and Ernie Els and I don't know if you'd call him a household name, but uh, Jimenez from Spain, Thomas
Okay.
Bjorn from I forget where he's from, but he's a European. He was actually on the staff, but he was like he's a bigger guy, but now he's just huge, but he's really good still. Yeah, I like it. So they're getting down to their championship. It's pretty cool. There's this guy named Steven Alker. He's from Australia. So he
Okay.
never really played in the PGA. He never really played. He's one of those guys that, probably played a couple events later in his 40s and then got onto the Champions Tour. And he's like one of the best players. And
Mm-hmm.
he's fun to watch. Yeah, so I like watching this. I like it. I like it because of the competition. For me, the best part is watching high stress situations where guys step up or they fold. I love watching that shit.
Okay.
That's what I love about golf. It's just can this guy nut up and get this done, or is he gonna fold? And that's why I was so disappointed with the U.S. because they Friday and Saturday, time after time, they folded. They folded, and it's like, damn it, you need a dog out there. John Rahm is a dog. You know, he just knows he's gonna make it. Like I said, I think he ran out of gas, but just you need dogs. You need dogs out there just going after it, and we don't have it. We don't have it. I think Keegan Bradley's a dog, and he didn't pick himself. So not much you can do about that.
Yeah, I think John Rahm's definitely a guy who would have benefited if it was like 15 degrees cooler.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, he probably definitely overheated.
Yeah. Like a little bit of cool breeze or something in there.
Yeah. What do you? I mean, do you think? So I was hearing guys talking about this. I guess there's going to be like a PGA or something back there coming up, like 27 or something, or whenever. I don't know when. Soon. But do they not go back to Bethpage because of the crowd?
Um, well, I think um I mean, I don't know if they can definitely come out and say they'll just kind of blackball it if anything. You know what I mean? Like I don't think they can come out and be like, we will not be holding any event here. Um I would argue, yeah, the fans were shitty, but I would argue more so the fact that like the course itself, I don't think presented enough to have it. Does that make sense?
Not the course's fault.
No, it's not the course's fault, but I mean, like, I like something like that. Like, I would love. Like, it didn't seem like there was many challenges.
No, they overpowered the course because of the rough
Um,
being so short.
like there was no water.
No, well, I mean, when that course is set up right, it's tough. They didn't set it up right. You have fast greens and thick rough, and that place is a totally different place. You know,
Um, I'm trying to think of like what would be like your ideal Ryder Cup course, which is tough because
this time of year, I think Kiawah Island would be great, which is where Phil won the PGA a few years ago. That'd be good. Pinehurst number two. That'd be good. Which is where Bryson won the U.S. Open. It's a lot of good places. I think they're having it at the Olympic Club in San Francisco when it's back here next time. Which that place is great. We had the U.S. Amateur was there this year. That is a cool course. I like that course. A lot of trouble on that course.
27 it's out in Ireland, 29 it's at Hazeltine again.
Oh, really?
Yep, 30 it's over in Barcelona. 2033 it's at the Olympic Club Lake Course.
That's a good course.
And then in
2033. God damn, I'm gonna be old then. I might be
it,
retired.
yeah, in
Maybe I'll go.
2037 it's going to be at the Congressional Country Club in Bethesda. They do
Yeah.
not have a 2035 European location yet.
Oh, the old course. I wonder if they have it in Scotland. They must have. But anyway, I don't know. It was just disappointing. Like I said, I don't.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't.
I would like like the fun courses where you know it like, hey, on we're pushing these fucking tee boxes back, and you're in it's a 190-yard shot to a fucking island green surrounded by water.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Like TPC Sawgrass. How about there?
Yeah, yeah. I would like Sawgrass.
That'd be fun. That'd be really fun. But who knows? But like I said, I don't give it the what do you call it? What kind of victory they call them? Like
Moral.
a moral victory. It wasn't a moral victory. They didn't do enough. There were a lot of mistakes made, and they didn't do enough. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, after seeing the crap performance, Friday and Saturday, I was shocked to think that they were even mathematically in it come fucking Sunday.
They had to win 10 matches.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. But they didn't. No moral victories. I like the fight. I'm glad they didn't roll over and get buried. I did like that, but too many mistakes were made beforehand. Not enough. Not enough balls. So I was disappointed. Anyway, so we got to. We still should do the podcast, even though technically golf season's coming to an end. But there's things we can talk about for sure. I'm sure that there'll be some YouTube stuff coming out.
Not
You know
tonight.
that,
I know that.
huh?
Well, it won't be out tonight.
No. I mean, YouTube. The content guys that we can talk about. You know.
I'm still thoroughly shocked that the like nothing's for that at least I don't think.
No, I agree with you. the the creators classic or whatever.
Yeah, like the Internet Invitational, like nothing is
I know. Is that that was a Barstool thing, right?
it was Barstool. It was put on by Barstool and Bob Does Sports, but I think Barstool foot the majority of the bill.
Yeah, and they had their producers running it and stuff. I don't know. Did you watch the Writers Cup? The Barstool Writers Cup?
I like the shit like that that Barstool puts out. I'll watch that. The stuff that like Foreplay does on their own, I don't. I find them boring. I don't like Riggs, Frankie, and Trent's personalities enough to kind of sit there for an hour and a half and watch a video.
Yeah, they don't have good personalities.
No, and I'll give them the credit that I feel like they are kind of like the pioneers to really blow it up on YouTube. But I just too many people have come forward with, in my eyes, much better and entertaining content. Because I'm watching it, I don't necessarily need good golf. I just want to be entertained. Like I like knowing the fact that Bobby Fairways can get up to a ball and possibly hit it 90 degrees and hit somebody on the next fucking fairway.
Yeah, but I mean, because he is what he is. He's got a great personality, but I like watching the guys that can play. Like I love watching that duel stuff. Like, obviously you got the pros, but
Yeah.
the guys that play with them are pretty good usually. You
Yeah, I
know,
mean FP plays in it.
yeah, the Bryan brothers. I mean, they're good players,
The Bryan brothers are really good.
and it's fun to watch. There's a lot of shit talking. Phil's in there with Grant.
Yeah. I
I
don't
mean, I really enjoy that because it's really good golf, and there's a lot of shit talking. And
Phil annoys me a little bit in that.
yeah, he does. He's John Rahm.
He talks a lot. He's like
Yeah, I know.
he gets out of the car like, all right, so this is what we're gonna do. You see the greens, and everyone's just like, all right, just hit the fucking ball. Like, come on, dude. It's like
Yeah, yeah. He starts talking about his full
we,
wellness stuff,
the grain and the for wellness and the blah blah blah. Like, okay,
dummies. Which I'd love to try that shit. It's
yeah, the
expensive.
for wellness gummy. Yeah, of course it is.
It's expensive. I was gonna buy some of that. I was gonna go black coffee and buy some of that full wellness like creamer. It's like $40 a bag. I'm like,
Yeah,
what are we
yeah,
doing?
yeah,
This is creamer.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, I love Phil, but Jesus Christ. Now, if you could guarantee me that, inside of 2 months, I'm going to be feeling like I'm 10 years younger, I'll spend the $40. you
Yeah,
know,
100%.
but I don't know. I mean, I want to try it just for that purpose alone. Because, I mean, the commercial is intriguing. Well, they got his guy like saying that he struggled with inflammation and this and that and the other thing. And Phil looks good for 56 or whatever he is. He looks good. He looks better than he did 15 years ago. And he's hitting the shit out of the ball.
Yeah.
So I mean, whatever he's doing is working, and if that shit's part of it, then maybe sign me up for some of that. I don't know,
Hmm.
but anyway, how we doing on time?
An hour and five
Really?
minutes.
Damn. Oh well, Dougie. I wish I had a drink because I'm thirsty. I don't have a drink. I'm gonna go down and get some water. But
I drank all my juice.
we'll put the Ryder Cup to bed. I think it was a good discussion. Um, and I'm looking forward to. I mean, we could talk about some of the goofy stuff too. We're gonna have the Tiger Hero Open, which he might be in because rumor has it he was warming up and practicing and shit. Um, the last tournament that was like public, he was out there banging balls. So maybe it'll be a Tiger sighting. I'm sure he'll play with his son in that PNC Classic thing
Yep.
with Daly and his kid. So that's entertaining. We talk about that stuff, and then you get right into January is when they start the tour again. So it's an off season, but not much of one. And they're actually changing the champions. The first tournament of the year is for all the champions from the prior year. They're actually changing the venue. It used to be at the Plantation Course in Maui, but because they didn't get rain, they got to actually move that to somewhere else.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, first time in like 20 something years they're gonna play at a different place. Might not even be in Hawaii. Might be somewhere else, totally different. So that'd be cool. Be interesting to see where that goes. But anyway, this is fun. Too bad Jordy couldn't make it, but another good podcast. We did it again. We gotta work on getting more, not necessarily subscribers, but viewers. We need more views.
Okay.
Maybe I'll
Boy.
maybe I'll pick apart some stuff
Chris.
and put it out there. I did that last week on Instagram, but I got yelled at by my son because I recorded the screen. He's like, "Dad, that's kind of like like you made fun of me like it was ghetto." He's like, he's like, do a screen copy and do it that way. I'm like, all right, you're gonna have to show me how to do that. I don't know how to do it.
The
But anyway,
February 5th through 8th, Phoenix Open.
yeah, that's Super Bowl weekend.
Always is
Yeah.
the best weekend. That tournament's fun.
Yeah. Yep. All right, my man. Starting to fade.
Yep, I gotcha.
So maybe tomorrow you can be able to get this out.
What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Tuesday.
We got no league.
Uh, yeah, I should be able to.
Cool. All right, man. I'll talk to you
Uh,
soon. Hey,
okay.
yeah, we'll touch base again on Sunday though.
Yes. Yeah, let me know.
Yeah, you could let me
Right.
know. Just text
Yes,
me.
yeah, I'll have to obviously speak to the warden. So,
Right. All right. I'll talk to you later.
I